everyone. I hope you all are doing extremely well in your lives. So, welcome to this special YouTube channel of yours, Lagu PADHAI, wherein we both will be studying law together. And you know what? I've made this channel specially for you so that it will be very easier for you to study law. Law is one of the most important things in our lives. Wherever we go, even if we are in our house or even we are out of our house, it is very important for us to adhere to law. And you know, law हमारा पीछा कभी नहीं छोड़ता. It never leaves us. So it is very important for us to understand what exactly law is. I'll be sharing a video on a daily basis. Yes, you heard it right. Daily basis. I'll make a video, shorter video, so that you won't be bored looking at such long videos. I'll be covering small topics of laws for you, especially for you. Yes, and trust me, it will be very easier for you to understand what exactly law is. Yes, I've classified the subject law. You know, it is this much vast. Law is such an extremely bigger subject. But yes, we'll be covering it in short parts. And it will be easier for you to study law. So, I'll be covering every subject starting from jurisprudence. First of all, I'll be taking jurisprudence. Then I'll be covering constitutional law. Then I'll be going towards family law. Then law of crimes and so on and so forth. So, my first video will be about what is law. Yes, a small topic, what exactly is law. And for studying law, just a simple law covers this many topics. Just understand how vast it is. I'll be covering all these topics in separate videos. Don't worry, I'm not going to make this video such a long video. I'll just be covering two topics today. First, what is law? Second, the definition of laws. That's it. And I know you'll enjoy this video for sure. After that, we'll be looking towards nature of law and importance of law in our society. Why do you think that law is important in our society? Very easy topic, right? Next is advantages and disadvantages of laws. As you all know, law has its own advantages as well as disadvantages. We'll come to that topic and we'll discuss that. Then we'll discuss about classification of laws. After that, we'll come to the sources of laws. It is one of the very big topic. I'll cover this topic in parts so that it will be easier for you to understand. Okay. Then we'll do law and morals. There is a difference between law and morals, and it is very important for you to understand that difference. Yes. Then we'll come to this topic. This is one of the most important topics, and trust me that in future when you talk to some authority, when you talk to some person having authority about this topic, you will come to know why it is important. This topic is difference between a law and the law. Yes, you heard it right. There is a difference between a law and the law. This difference I'll discuss with you. Also, I'll discuss law as a fact. Law as a fact. I'll discuss about this also. So, let's come to our first topic. What is law and definition of laws. So now, let's move towards the definition of laws as per various jurists. So now, we'll be first of all considering a short introduction about the term law and about, you know, what earlier jurists used to think about the laws and all. And then we'll move towards the definition given by various jurists like Alpian, Cicero, the definitions from Justinian's Digest. These three definitions come under the category of idealist definition. Then the definition given by Austin, then Kelsen and H.L.A. Hart, the definition given by these three people, Austin, Kelson and H.L.A. Hart, comes under the analytical definition, and then we'll move towards the definition given by Roscoe-Pond and Ehre, which comes under the definition of sociological definition. So, in total, you will be having 8 definitions. So, don't forget to watch the video till the end, because at the end you will be confident about the definition of law and how various jurists have defined laws. So, definitely I'll cover these definitions in detail whenever I'll make a video on various schools or various schools of like sociological schools, analytical school, historical school and philosophical school. Whenever I'll come to the school wala part, then I'll discuss these definitions in detail. I'll discuss about these jurists in detail. But for now, I'm just considered about the definitions given by them. I'm not going in depth regarding these definitions. So don't worry. In my in my coming videos, you will understand each and everything. So chill, relax, and enjoy the video. So let's come towards the introduction part. The Greek jurists at the very old age, the Greek jurists like Plato, Aristotle, those believed in the unwritten form of laws. They used to consider law as they used to consider law as something divine, something of the divine origin. So at that time, and as per them, the laws were unwritten, and those were considered divine. And slowly, when the society developed, it was becoming very difficult for the jurists to define law. Why? There are 3 main reasons why the law was becoming difficult to define. It was very easier for them to explain the laws to the society, but defining them was one of the big challenges which the jurists of that time faced. Why? There are 3 main reasons for it. Please listen to these reasons carefully, because you will understand their problems. Just imagine that you're in their world and you're supposed to define the law. Now, what are the 3 kinds of problems you will face? The first kind of problem is that the societies at that point of time differed. There were various societies, and those societies differed from each another in terms of definitions. So it was very difficult for one society to accept the idea of one jurist, another society to accept the idea of another jurist. So the idea was that the definitions used to differ from one society to another society. Number 1. Number 2, that it was the definitions given by lawyers, ideologists, jurists, theologians, those definitions differed. Every person has got their own opinion. Every person has got their own thinking. So ultimately, the definitions given at that point of time by the jurists or the theologians or any other person at that time, those definitions differed. So it was very difficult for the society to accept. Now, number 3, we know that society is ever changing. So the law considered at that time was difficult to get accepted. Why? Because the society is changing. So the law needs to get changed. There was no stable definition of law. So it was difficult for the people to accept that law as the society was changing. Right? So there are 3 main reasons why explaining law was easier than defining it. You got it? Number 1, because the societies differed. Number 2, because the theologians or the philosophers or jurists, they have got their own definitions, and there were n number of definitions which were getting difficult by the society to get accepted. And number 3, society was changing, so one definition was not considered proper to get accepted by the society because it was not fulfilling the objective of the society of social change. So these were the reasons why it was very difficult for the society to accept that. Now we'll quickly come towards the definitions given by various jurists one by one. As per Alpanian, the definition of law, as per Alpanian, the definition of law is what? He considered law as the art of science of what is equitable and good. Second, Cicero. What Cicero considered was, the Cicero considered law as the highest reason implanted in nature. Number 3, Justinian's Digest. As per Justinian's Digest, what is law? Law is basically the standard of what is just and unjust in the society. So, you know what? These idealist definitions were given at the time when there were no distinction between law and morals in the society. So, at that point of time, these were the people to define the law. Now, let's move towards Austin Kelsen and H.L.A. Hart. How did they define the law? As per Austin, law is the command of sovereign. He was the one who gave the strong definition of law. As per him, law has got 3 main essential ingredients. First of all is command, second duty, and third is sanction. These 3 are the characteristics of law as per Austin. So as per Austin, law means that law is something which imposes a duty upon the individual and is backed by sanction. Then comes the definition of Kelsen. As per Kelsen, law is the technique of social change. He used to believe that law is something which will get some kind of social change in the society. Now, let's move towards the definition of H.L.A. Hart. As per H.L.A. Hart, law is a system of rules, namely primary and secondary, wherein in primary rules are duty imposing, whereas the secondary rules are power conferring. Now let's come towards the definition of Roscoe-Pont. As per Roscoe-Pont, these are the jurists from sociological school, and as per Roscoe-Pont, law is seen as a social institution to satisfy human wants. It lays down a scheme for the study of law in the context of social problems. Roscoe-Pont basically sees the law as a means to solve the social problems. Okay, let's see how Ehring has defined the law. As per him, law is a form of guarantee of the condition of life of society assured by state's power of constraint. Basically, as per him, I'll tell you in a very easier language. As per him, law is treated as only a means of social control. It has to serve the social purpose and it is coercive in nature. So these three are the key elements for the definition given by Ehring. I'll repeat the key definition. First is law is treated as only a means to social control. Second is law has only to serve social justice. And third, law is coercive in nature. Okay. So here this topic of definition of law is covered. Now I'll meet you in the next video. That's it for today. Please don't forget to like my video, subscribe to my channel, and please share this video to as many people as possible because I want you all to understand what I'm teaching you. In case of any doubts, please ask me in the comment section, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like my channel. Thank you so much. I'll meet you in my next video. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.